Hi, you guys. It's your host, Marva, and this is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I have a little life update for you guys. So maybe a few weeks ago, if you follow me on Instagram, you remember I was asking about sibling relationships, how you guys deal with sibling fights. Do you think it's important for us as adults to have strong, healthy sibling relationships? And will you encourage your children to have strong sibling relationships with their siblings, whether it's step siblings, siblings of another mother or father, the siblings in your household? Will you encourage it? A lot of you had different opinions and answers for me, but this is why I did that. Recently, my sister Shawanna came back into my life. She's my oldest sister, the oldest of the bunch. She is going through a new life change, and I think because she's not dealing with anything holding her back anymore, and she's being more open and honest with us about the things she's went through and how she feels in general, it's easier for us to see eye to eye right now. A lot of me and her problems in the past came with dealing with my sister Lydia, and my sister always, I told her, like, when she would have quarrels or fights with my dad or her mom, she would cut us off. Like, it was like, okay, I'm mad at dad, I'm not talking to anybody. And it would be like, well, damn, we didn't do nothing to you. I love my sister. And like I told her, regardless of her taking her space from me, I respect your space. I respect your happiness, your peace, whatever you have going on. And this is with all of my siblings. But it was a particular thing that made me upset with my sister, and it was her getting married. I wasn't mad about who she married, how she got married. It was the invitation to her wedding. I did not know my sister was planning to get married. I did not know she was going to have a small ceremony. She didn't even invite me. And it was one of those things where they say, body, or if you don't communicate correctly about it, of course it's going to stir up emotions. And like I told her face to face, because she recently, at the beginning of the month, she came over, we had a conversation about this, and it hurt my feelings because a wedding is such a big moment. Her and her partner had been together for 10 years, and they were finally getting married. That is something you celebrate with your family, your siblings. And if my sister's telling me and being honest, saying, I've never had a problem with y'all, we don't have a problem as siblings, then why wasn't I invited? It makes me feel like, well, damn, did I do something? Am I doing something wrong? Is it something I'm saying? Do we have just different lifestyles? These are all the things that I'm, contemplating in my head, because I'm like, my sister's really getting married and I didn't get invited. Like, I'm the toxic one. Am I the problem? No, that it was not the case. It was only like, honestly, one of those things where you're like, hey, I don't even know if this person's going to come. She didn't really think, we would be interested, which is untrue because I love my siblings. I just give them space. I'm not always going to be on your back about things. I'm not a very intrusive person. So if you decide you want to take a step away from me, I'm going to respect it because maybe I did something wrong. I just want, I just wanted to give her space. So I feel like me giving her space also made her think I was uninterested, and that wasn't the case. I love my sister very dearly, so it did hurt me a lot. The problem that came in was her wedding ended up being the same day that I celebrated Lydia's third birthday. Prior to Lydia's third birthday, I had already had a conversation with my sister before my stepmom had already passed. I had a conversation with my sister and I was saying, hey, anything happens to Leanne, I will need you to help me, maybe if I call you in the middle of the night, hey, I need you to help me with this. Hey, I need you to, hey, tell dad this. Hey, I need your advice about what I should do with Lydia. I always, she was the first person I called because she's our oldest sibling. If something happened to my dad right now, she would be first in line to get my sister. So I was, asking, hey, can you be more present with the situation with Lydia? I just felt like it wasn't her priority at the time. And like I told her, I needed her. I feel like she understands the severity of the situation now because now she's in the. I pushed her up as being the big sister. I told her, hey, we're all back on good terms. You're the big sister now. I quit. So I think she feels how I felt at the time where you have to be the default person in every situation. And I just needed her help. She also felt like I wouldn't have changed Lydia's birthday party for her wedding. I would have. Because Lydia's birthday party didn't even fall around her birthday. I could have changed it. Lydia was 3 at the time. She's not going to be like, oh, I want my birthday party on this day. She didn't give a fuck. She played in the water the whole day and fell asleep on the couch in her bathing suit. I just felt like communication with my siblings had been so bad because we all live separate lives. And this is one of those situations where I was like, okay, let's fix this shit because we don't have much more time with each other. Our kids are growing up. You're going through new life changes. I'm a mom. Our sister's about to graduate. Our brother just came home a year ago, and he's about to have his first child. Our sister is states away. We have a younger sister. We have a brother that's incarcerated. Like, life is lifing, and I don't want to waste another day, not speaking to my siblings. So when she extended the invite to come over and talk about it, I was like, yes, let's talk about it. She also let me know, like, be honest with me. Don't give me no bullshit. And when I told her how it hurt my feelings, I think she fully understand how I really felt about her. I love my sister. I support her in every decision that she will have to face in the future or now. There's nothing that has happened between me and my sister that will make me feel indifferent about her. And all I was doing was trying to respect her space. I wish I would have just told her in the time how I felt so that we could have fixed the shit right then and there, because that was like almost 3 years ago. I love now that we've talked about it, we cried about it, we hugged it out. I've told her everything about me and the kids. I've told her everything that she needs to know to be a present aunt. She's definitely came in and visited a few times with the kids, had dinner with us. We ran errands together. We talk every day. She motivates me to do this podcast shit. She has motivated me to stay on schedule with shit. Me and her are both Aquarius, by the way. I just love to hear her voice now, because when you don't have someone in your life for so long, it's almost like you mourn them in your head, almost like a death. And it's like, wow, I'm fully getting to experience you. I fully get to understand who this person is. And I get to love on this person 100% without feeling like we have any restraints, super guarded up feelings. It is also easier for us to give each other advice because now she knows everything about me and I know a lot about her. So I do take advice from my sisters because, especially my younger sister, because I feel like they know me the most. They know me the best. They will never steer me the opposite way, a bad way. Same with my sister. When she asks us for a little advice, hey, I want you to be happy. Let's not go backwards. I'm always I'm uplifting her because right now she's going through a healing journey, a very personal journey. My sister is such a sweet person, and I feel like I've missed out on this person for so long because we just didn't communicate correctly.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
siblings mean the most to me, like the most. I will do anything for them. I will make sure they're happy. I will make sure they're healthy. I would do about whatever it will take to make sure they're okay. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. In the future, I told Jalen this over the weekend. I hope that when I'm dead and gone, she is the oldest sibling of 4 kids, and she is a lot of age above them, like me and my sister is. And I hope that they all have a line of communication where they can talk to each other, they can criticize each other, they can give each other advice, they can do whatever, set boundaries with each other, and still love on each other and still have each other present in each other's lives. I hope that my children grow up to respect Jalen, because if anything, they will have to lean on her. They will have to, ask her for advice. She's a lot older than them, so she'll have a lot of life experience, past them. I hope that they just love on each other in general. They don't have to take care of each other. They also do not have to beat themselves down to uplift the other one. I want them to all be in a partnership where they say, hey, we are doing this for each other. I'm not going to deplete myself for you, almost. I'm going to love you. It's going to be an equal partnership all the way around. And this is just in love, respect, care, not even financial, or, hey, you could come live with me. Oh, I'm going to give you $20. Hey, let me buy you lunch today. Hey, can I get $10 for my light bill? Nothing like that. That's personally up to them. I'm talking about love, care, communication, and just being in each other's lives, being in each other's kids' lives, being there for special moments, never missing out on anything, because life is so short. Life is so precious. Also, the relationship with me and my sister, we weren't close as children because she's so much older than us. We spent a lot more time with our sister Tasha growing up, my dad's house, even sometimes in my mom's house. It was very hard for us to each other because we have different moms. We've always lived on, opposites of cities, and I'm just glad that I have this relationship with her. I could be a bitch to my siblings. I could talk shit about them all day, but I love them. I am glad that, I get to have this new, fresh start relationship with my sister, because it feels good. It feels good to wake up and feel like my life is coming together. Like this, my life is coming together. Like I always wake up happy now. I'm always like, shit is coming together for me. One thing about it, and I always tell people this, my siblings will be forever. Nobody's forever, but my siblings are forever. Even when my parents die, my siblings will be here. That is a relationship that will triumph every relationship for me. My siblings are forever. That's something I cannot break up with. I cannot break up with my siblings. I cannot leave them, because even if they're far away, we're still siblings. There's nothing that can change that at all. It's just fun to wake up, get in the group message, make a meme about something, pick on each other, share recipes and shit with each other, TikTok each other, and just have a good day. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, my days are so much better mentally because she gets on my ass about my Lexapro, taking my vitamins. She's like, hey, you can't start your day without your coffee, your vitamin C, your iron, and your damn Lexapro. Like, get that shit done right now. Like, get up out the bed. She'll be like, did you write in your journal? Hey, what is the next podcast going to be? Do you need help with that? Hey, do you need help with the kids? Another thing, my sister immediately told me, hey, you're a stay-at-home mom. That's the most important job you can have. She made me feel so seen, because I've told y'all in this healing journey, being a mom is the hardest thing for me mentally. And just her saying, I know it's a hard job, but you're doing it. You're doing fantastic. She's always encouraging me to do better. She's like, hey, you're doing 1,000 times better than what we had when we were kids. She's always offering to come help me with the kids. Hey, do you need me to come pick them up? Hey, do you want me to come watch them while you wash clothes or something? She just immediately wanted to help me. And that's another thing. I feel like my younger sister does that a lot. I don't have to say that about her. Laura will come and spend the night with me for days, weeks, on her breaks from school, everything. She will spend all her time with me if I really need her. And but for my sister that has not been around me for years to just see that in my eyes or in my aura and be like, you need help, you know, or how are you doing mentally, was crazy to me. Like, it was almost like I was wearing my feelings on my face when she see me. You know, that's the update I had for you guys. Like, I finally got my sibling back. You know, sibling relationships are very, very important to me. It's just so refreshing to have this person in my world, to share my life experience with them, my children, to be in their world and encourage them to do better. Really, all of my siblings. I did highlight a lot of things about Shawanna, but my sister, I have her back. I'm happy about it. I don't think I can say that enough. Like, I'm just so happy to have her. And it's just another step. That's just literally another step for us to all be together. I don't think y'all understand. Like, this is just like a bigger step to all of my dad's kids being intertwined, closer, you know, better relationship. I feel like my siblings with my mom, my brother Trey, my sister Lori, and my brother Reggie, we've always been super close. Me, Lori, and Trey are the closest. But to have another sibling, you know, even closer with us is even better. You know, we will work on our other siblings. Like I said, I respect my siblings' peace. I don't ever want to interrupt their lives, because it could also be a situation bigger than me to why they're not, you know, present. I love them regardless. I care for them regardless. I send all of my love to them regardless. If you're listening to this, are you close with your siblings? Do you have a certain boundary with your siblings about certain things? Do you think you can talk about boundaries so that y'all can have a better relationship? Do you think they'll be open to say, hey, let's change this, let's do better? You know, I don't want to wait until we're like 60 years old and we decide to be siblings again, or be close with each other, or know about each other's lives, you know, spend family outings with each other, be around each other's children. Like, will you make sure your children have strong relationships with their siblings? And do you think that as an adult, can you make things better with your siblings so that your kid, you can model that relationship with your own kids? You know, how can kids see or feel, you know, a certain situation if they don't see it modeled in real life? I feel like my kids know I love my siblings. I say this a lot, especially Jalen. She probably knows because I talk to my sister every day. And I just want her to be able to have those same relationships, even with Rain and Rain, Lennox, and Jalen, even her brother Eli. I want them to be able to conversate with each other, intertwine with each other, and make sure that they're giving each other's best. You know, do you guys really teach your kids the importance of family? Now, I'm not saying your family should be able to run over you or, you know, disrespect your boundaries, but will you encourage that with your children? And do you think at your age again, can you, you know, set boundaries with your siblings, sit down and discuss your quarrels, your fights, and say, hey, time is passing us up, time is expiring, we're not getting more time. There's not a timer that's stopped for us. You know, life is passing us by. Can we fix this shit so we can be, you know, so we can be at peace with each other, but in our own lives? Because you can say, yes, I moved on, I'm at peace, but something in your heart will always mourn or want that relationship that you had with that person. I also think there's nothing too big or too small to work out with your siblings. It's just not. I love my siblings dearly. I get mad at them, I curse them out, but nothing will ever keep me away from them for too long. I will stop talking to them. I will. But that's just something I need to work on, because I do have a case of ghosting people and cutting them off. But that's my boundary. If it's bullshit, I'm gonna cut it off. But I love my siblings enough to always figure shit out with them and move on. this is today's show. I love you guys, and this is a little bit of this and a little bit of that.